9333 0433 or visit www.ecapl.com.
Genesis Steel offer full-service structural steel to leading industrial and residential builders across all metropolitan Melbourne and regional areas of Victoria. At Genesis Steel, we take pride in our product, service and reputation. With over 40 years industry experience, Genesis Steel manages all aspects of steel fabrication, from on-site measuring, in-house drafting, fabrication, through to full site installation. We work closely with our customers to deliver innovative solutions to facilitate projects of any size. For further information, please contact genissteel.com.au or contact the company on 03 9465 1287.
MS Designer Living specialise in architectural design and construction of new homes, unit developments, extensions, renovations and commercial buildings. They are located at 14 to 19 Enterprise Drive, Bundoora, and can be contacted on 03 9467 6954. MS Designer Living.
Preston, near post City, it's in, and again Warren Spink has a hand in it. Andrew Zinni scores the goal. Not only are the fans winning on the terraces, the team are winning on the pitch. 2 goals in 2 minutes. 2-1 up, Preston Macedonia, and we've got an invasion on.
Crossfield ball for Tedeschi to try the spectacular. It's brilliant. Is it over the line? Yes. What's a goal from Alex Tedeschi?
It's the winner. What a great goal by Kukulevski. The crowd has gone wild, ladies and gentlemen. The Preston Lions are the Premiership champions.
Cross for the back post. There it is. And is that the goal that takes them up?
Through ball for Spink. He's in the box. Back for Cole. Cole square. Here's a chance for Smith. Smith, yes, it's there. Spink, Cole, Smith. Smith doing the damage. 1-0.
Good evening and welcome to a bumper edition of the Lions Den, coming to you live here from the Genesis Steel Stadium club rooms. My name is Josh Parrish. I've got 3 guests joining me tonight. First up is Jonatan Germano. Johnny, welcome to not only the Lions Den, but to the club.
Good evening to everyone. Thanks, Josh, for having me here. I'm really happy to be here today.
Well, we're so happy to have you. We're also going to be catching up with Hailee Mesiti from the senior women's team, and from the reserves women's team, Amelia Campagnaro. And the reason we've got 3 representatives from 3 different teams on the show tonight is because all of those teams are competing for championships at the pointy end of this season. 3 crucial games. The women's Rezzies can seal the title with a win against a very good Melbourne University side on the weekend. 3 points is the difference in the senior women's title race. 2 points the difference for the senior men. And it's first versus second on Friday night over at Dandy City, Frank Holohan Soccer Complex, 8 p.m. kickoff. We can't emphasise this enough. It all comes down to this. This is the big game. And to talk us through it, Johnny Germano, first of all, how is the mood in the group this week at training, building up to this big fixture?
Yeah, really good. You know, it's come to end of the season, and I reckon this is a big game to play. And the boys, we are really positive and waiting for this game on Friday. So we want to take it to the front straight away, and we'll win it. We'll take it 3 points. And after that, we'll see week by week what's going on.
Well, the team is on an 8-game winning run. Louis Etsevsky has been very careful to emphasise 1 game at a time, same approach each week. Don't build anything up too much, but there's got to be a little bit of extra intensity and extra excitement this week of all weeks when, you know, it's the championship game essentially.
Yeah, but, you know, like Louis say, you have to go week by week, training by training. You know, we can't give you any more than that, like he say, but this is going to be a big game for us, and hopefully everything going our way.
We're going to dig into a bit of your career history and so forth, but I want to talk about the decision to come here to Preston when the opportunity arose in the mid-season transfer window. How did that work? Who gave you the first communication each way, and why did you say, yes, Preston is my next move?
You know, when I left Avondale, Soki Soren, he said to me, you know, is any chance we can go to Preston, and I can put you in contact in there? And I say, yeah, why not? You know, I have other clubs follow me all for those 3 days, and Louis contact me straight away the first day, and I say to him, let me see what's going on, because it's just recently. Yeah, but I have a big chance to go with you guys, because the history, the challenge, I reckon for me was a good challenge. To come from Avondale was a club like they've been playing a lot of the games and every years, and they've been first, second, you know, qualified for every Australian Cup, Dockery Cup. And to come a club like a Preston and play for a challenge to go up in promotion and try to win the championship. So that's what I want. I want a challenge, and that's why I take it.
How much did you know about the history? That's something you just mentioned. Before you came here, how much did you know about Preston? Because, you know, not everyone is aware of the club's glorious past and the NSL and the VPL titles and all of this stuff, because the club's been away from the top flight for a couple of years.
I heard a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of people. I got a few friends Macedonian working with me, and they all the time talk to me about the club, you know, before that. And after I read a little bit, but not like really into the history, yeah, to be honest. But I know you've been playing a lot of championship and winning a lot of stuff in the last few years.
And what was the pitch from Louis to you about, you know, your role coming into the team and what the club could do for you?
You know, he said to me, come and see if you can join the club and you can be effective for us to play as a role as a number 10 and try to finish the game for us.
And what were your first impressions coming here, seeing the ground, the changing rooms, having your first training session, you know, getting to grips with the place?
You know, for the first time, I've been playing, I think, against Preston 3 times or 4 times. And 4 years ago, my mother-in-law came to Australia for the first time. 5 years ago, sorry. And the first game, the pre-season was here, was behind here. And when I came to here, all this new stuff wasn't here. So, and now in the last month when I came here, was a big difference between the 5 years ago to compare now. So you can see a lot of people in the club, they've been working really good, and they've been taking Preston where they need to be.
There was a famous Australia Cup, or FFA Cup as it was then known, tie between Avondale and Preston at ABD Stadium a couple of years ago. Really big crowd, really good atmosphere, really good game as well. Did that factor into your decision making? You know, the atmosphere on that day and the crowd that Preston brought.
Yeah, I remember the game in Hume's ground, and I remember the people as well, the crowd in there. So all the time I play with the big people, big crowd before come to Australia. And I reckon that was one of the facts to come to Preston and play in front of all those people and try to get more people into the club.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be absolutely heaving tomorrow night when we play against Melbourne City. We'll get into that. I want to dig into your career, you know, beginnings in Argentina. What were the clubs that you played for there, and what was the football culture like?
I went to Estudiantes de La Plata when I was 14 years old. I made my debut in Argentina in the same club when I was 16 years old. And that was like a cup. We played in Chile against Colo-Colo. I remember because it was a really big moment for me. You know, play against the big players in Colo-Colo. And after that, I played in 2007. When I was 18 years old, I played my first game, first division over there against Racing Club. And after that, I played 5 games. In the seniors, and have the chance to be coached by Diego Simeone,
Wow.
the coach of Atletico Madrid.
Is he as
today.
scary as he seems?
No, it's not scary, man. I tell you what, he's one of the best person I ever worked in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's so great about him?
He's so composed. You know, when he's doing the training, you have to do what he wants. You know, he asks you for the 110%, like everyone. But inside the change room is, you know, he's a person that motivate all the time. You know, he talk for 4 minutes before the game, and that's all. The day before, he give you the instruction about the other team, where you need to work, where you can be effective against the other team. But in the day, he give you 4 minutes, and that's it. In 4 minutes, he make you cry,
Yeah.
and he make you work for him.
He was big into the inspirational speeches.
Yes.
Seems like his
yes.
players want to run through brick walls for him.
Yeah, that's what's happened. You know, when you have a coaches like that, when you have a person in your life like that, you want to give everything for them.
So after that, you had a few loan spells abroad. Was it Croatia, Portugal?
Yeah, and after that, I went to Croatia. I played in Rijeka.
Mm-hmm.
I played there for 6 months. Wasn't a really good experience, but in my life was a good experience to see what was outside Argentina, because it was the first time I went outside, and come back to Paraguay and play in Paraguay in Sportivo Luqueño in first division as well. I played there for 20 games. I played 16 games, so it was a really good, and was coach and the brother of Jose Luis Chilaver.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, so I had the honor to meet Jose Luis over there. So that was really.
Was he wearing one of his famous goalkeeper kits, the colourful ones?
Nah. Nah, but he's really calm outside. Outside the pitch is really honest person and really calm.
He was known for taking free kicks as a goalkeeper, wasn't he?
Yeah, from free kicks and sweating too much and going to fight.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but Chris Theodorides, our goalkeeper here, is known for a stint in a few years ago when he was actually taking penalties. I don't know if he's any good on a free kick. I don't know if he's ever tried one in training.
Yeah, I know.
You probably wouldn't
I
let him
know
take
Chris,
one. It would be you or Connor, right?
we play against each other a few times, and I know the quality of him. You know, on goals, and when he have to go and take a penalty and free kick, he will do the job 100%.
Love it. So, Melbourne Heart, as it was then Melbourne City. How did the move to Australia come about? Because you seem to have really settled here for a long period of time.
Yeah, I come to Australia, I think 2010, 11. So my ex agent in Argentina, he said to me was 2 options. One to go play in Panama, and the other one was Australia. And I said to him, okay, where is Australia? So we didn't know, We didn't know, we didn't believe the guy, because I met just the guy a few weeks before that, and I went to a cyber cafe, in Argentina, and I started looking with my mom and my missus, my wife. We started in that time, my missus. We started looking in internet, and we put Melbourne, and Amy Park comes up, Olympic Park comes up, and the tennis in there, the city, and say, no, this is not right. This is not right. And we did more search, and we started have a look, and it was right. We received a letter from Melbourne Heart.
So you didn't think the offer was real?
No. Seriously, no. And I came here for a trial for 3 weeks, and in the first week, I think they won me, they signed me.
So that was John Van Skip at the time?
John Van Skip, yeah, and John Didulisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after that, I went back Argentina for a month, set up all my papers and everything, and come back and start the season here.
You played with some pretty big players in that time. Is there anyone who made a big impression on you or your career over those years at City and Heart?
Yeah, it's a few.
Yeah.
It's a few. Simon Coloximo,
Yeah.
Matt Thompson, Clint Bolton,
Yep.
Orlando Engelard,
Orlando Engelard, what a player.
David Villa, Harry Q. Fred da Silva,
Yep.
Alex Terra. I can give your name. All the boys, they treat me really good from the start here, from my career when I started here in Australia. I can name everyone, but all of them, they feel me so welcome here.
What was the transition like when the club suddenly became part of City Football Group?
Was a little bit different because you have the name behind Melbourne City, so the group City. So I remember we went to Abu Dhabi and we done a pre-season over there, and before that, we went to England. So we done a pre-season over there as well, and you can see already the things start to change. Melbourne was a small club. A lot of people working really hard to put the name in the first few position in the ladder, but after when City Group came to there, changed a lot of things. In the as a professional staff, in the pitch wise, you can see we used to train in Bandura down the bottom. After a few years, I started training on the top in there, so that was a big impact for everyone here, I reckon, that when they changed that. But yeah.
So Avondale came along, NPL, once the A-League journey ended, and you played in some teams that were competing for championships, really ambitious club that had come up through the divisions. What was that experience like?
Yeah, in Avondale was a really good experience because when I left City, I have a chance to go Argentina, but
because not a lot of the foreign players decide to stick around and play in the NPL. Once the A-League stint is over.
Yeah, I put, like I say all the time, I put the soccer into the second page. I try to give a better life for my kids.
Sure.
I saw the opportunity here in Australia, and try to work hard. And I know if you can work hard, you can have everything what you want. And Argentina, at the moment, it's not like that. It's really hard to go and stay over there and try to survive. Like a lot of people from Macedonia as well. We are really similar country with that. And I decided to stay in Avondale and try to work hard and see if I have another chance to go A-League, play in A-League. If not, just put soccer in the second page and try to do a better life for my kids.
I'm sure that's a message that resonates with a lot of people. His families have come over. That's the story of Australia in a lot of ways, the migrant story. And, you had some really memorable moments with Avondale. One that comes to mind is the last-minute free kick against Bentley. I mean, that was a crazy night. The lights went out. It was nuts.
Yeah, that was, I reckon, one of my best moments in Avondale because I wasn't playing much the last few games, and the coach decided to put me on the bench. And I was doing warm-up for the first 45 minutes of the first half. And I was doing warm-up, another change, and Johnny wasn't on. And the last 15 minutes of the game, the extra time, he just chucked me in there and say, try to do what you can. And when I went there, 1-0, soon as I come on, was 2-1 for them, for Burnley. I said, nah, man, only 12 minutes to go, something like that. And I won a free kick, on goal, 2-2. I think Stefancini, I think Stefancini won another corner, on goal again. So 3-3. It was 3-3 because they scored 3-3. And Stefancini make a run in the last minute of the game, 120 minutes, something like that, and it was a free kick. And Kane Shepherd want to take it. We're really good friends with Kane.
Yep.
And I say, no, leave it with me. I want to score. I will score. And he said to me, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah, 100%. Give me the ball." So and I put the ball there, and I saw the space into the left side of the goalkeeper. He put me a short boy in the left side, and was just a square in there, and I just have to try to put the ball on outside the wall, and it's gonna go in. And happen, That's what I did.
You make it sound a lot easier than I'm sure it is.
No, it was hard. It was hard. But yeah, lucky for me, lucky for Avondale. We won the game. We went to the finals after, and unfortunately we lost in the final, but in the grand final. But it was a good moment for me.
100%. I mean, you embrace those pressure moments as the sensor light goes off in here. We'll see if we can. Thank you very much to our guests in the background, getting that light back on. We know it's a good conversation when everyone's nice and still and then the lights go out in the change room. It's become a feature of the show. You embrace those moments in games where it's on the line and, the pressure is on. How do you, I guess, prepare yourself for those moments? Is it something you've always been able to do to step up at those times?
I reckon as a player, you don't have to feel the pressure. Because for me, I always say, like one coach said to me in Argentina, pressure is when you don't have money to buy a food for your kids and putting a plate in the table, And when you play in front of 50,000 people, 2,000 people, 100 people, in the end you have to do what you know and you have to enjoy, and that's what I'm doing. I don't have pressure to play in the big moments and when I'm just started. I just take it like when I was playing the park in Argentina with my friends.
Well, I mean, even when Diego Simeone's yelling at you before a game or at halftime, you don't feel the pressure?
That was a little bit different because I was young.
Yeah.
But I remember he said to me, "Go and enjoy." He never put a pressure into me. Sometimes you build the pressure into yourself because you think, "Oh, what he's gonna say, what he's gonna do if I do something wrong." But we never put a pressure into players.
Right. So this game tomorrow night against Melbourne City, down at Dandenong City, good ground, good attendance, good food in that canteen, by the way. So, if you're thinking about making the long drive, it's worth it, I promise. But the game is the main event. You played another A-League Academy side last Friday. Really good result against Western United. As Louis put it, fantastic performance for the first 75, 80 minutes. And then in the last 10 minutes, they started getting close to goal, of course. I think you've been subbed off by that point. But how did you feel about the way the team performed, on Friday against Western United?
I reckon was, from what I see, what I've been here for nearly 4 weeks now, I reckon was one of the best performance of the team for so long, for, like you say, for like nearly 75, 80 minutes. We controlled the game. We did what Louis asked the boys to do, and myself, and I reckon that was the key to control the game against Western United. And in the end, they start pushing, and that's what's happened sometimes. You can't control the game for 90 minutes.
Sure.
But we did the goals, and that's why we took the 3 points. And now this weekend, so tomorrow is gonna be a really hard game against City. It's another academy. They want to win. They already got promoted, but they want to win. Same like us. We will go there and we will take it from the start, and we'll Sorry for my English. We'll try to take 3 points.
Oh, your English has been immaculate so far, so no complaints on that front. You're getting yourself in more goal-scoring positions, starting to feel a bit more match fit, I take it. I see you're getting forward more in games. You had a good chance to score against Western United with the cut back to the edge of the box. Is that, what would it mean to you to score your first Preston goal in one of these last 3 remaining matches, preferably tomorrow night, if you can muster it?
Hopefully it's tomorrow. Hopefully it's tomorrow. I start to play a little bit more free. I start to understand the role of the boys, the role of Louis, what he want me to do. The first week was a little bit different because the game is different compared to the NPO, compared to the A-League. But I try to be in the pocket. I try to do what I can, put the balls through for the striker. That's my main job. If the goal come after, it's a different story. But I want to make sure Connor, Dave, Noom, they score the goal first than me.
Well, are you starting to develop that little bit of chemistry now that you've played alongside these players for a few matches? You've had a number of training sessions with them. You're starting to pick up the runs that they like to make and the areas that they want the ball in.
Yeah, no, 100%. I can see the boys. They're really smart. When they want the ball, when they want the space, sometimes it's up to us when we can do those stuff for them and let it be in front with 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, the crowd that was in on Friday night against Western United, for me, that was, if not the best, one of the best atmospheres of the season. Did you feel it, in those last few minutes? I know you're watching on, but did you feel it? I certainly did when, Western United had the penalty. The crowd was going wild. He just squeezed it in anyway. But I felt the crowd got the team over the line in the last 2 minutes.
100%. The crown is, like we always say in Argentina, is one more player. You need that 12th player with you. And those boys, they've been unreal. From what I've been watching, from what I've been seeing, it's been unreal. Hopefully tomorrow they can be there again for us, and lift us again and take the game on.
Well, last question for me for you. Game on the line, last minute. Somebody wins a free kick on the edge of the box. Is it rock, paper, scissors between you and Connor to see who takes it?
I have to respect Connor, but last week he took one. So
I
reckon he will give me a chance to do a free kick.
Jonatan Germano, thank you so much for coming in and giving me some of your time and previewing that game tomorrow night. Make sure you get down to Dandy City for tomorrow night's championship-defining game against Melbourne City. The players know that the supporters are, as you said, the extra player, and we need you behind us tomorrow. So make sure you get there. Make sure you bring your voices. Make sure you give everything, as the players will, on the pitch in pursuit of this championship. We can't wait to see you there. We cannot wait for the game. And we're going to take a short break and hear from some of our women's players on the other side. So stay with us here on the Lions Den. Johnny Germano, thank you very much for your time.
Electrical Connectivity Australia is a leader in the electrical industry and specialises in matters of a domestic, commercial and industrial nature. Please contact Igor Georgievsky for any of your electrical needs on 03 9333 0433 or visit www.ecapl.com.
Genesis Steel offer full-service structural steel to leading industrial and residential builders across all metropolitan Melbourne and regional areas of Victoria. At Genesis Steel, we take pride in our product, service and reputation. With over 40 years industry experience, Genesis Steel manages all aspects of steel fabrication, from on-site measuring, in-house drafting, fabrication, through to full site installation. We work closely with our customers to deliver innovative solutions to facilitate projects of any size. For further information, please contact genissteel.com.au or contact the company on 03 9465 1287.
MS Designer Living specialise in architectural design and construction of new homes, unit developments, extensions, renovations and commercial buildings. They are located at 14 to 19 Enterprise Drive, Bundoora, and can be contacted on 03 9467 6954. MS Designer Living.
Electrical Connectivity Australia is a leader in the electrical industry and specialises in matters of a domestic, commercial and industrial nature. Please contact Igor Georgievsky for any of your electrical needs on 03 9333 0433 or visit www.ecapl.com. You're listening to The Lions Den on FNR Football Nation Radio.
And we're back here on the Lions Den, the official Preston Lions Club show, coming to you live across the FNR Football Nation radio platforms and, most importantly, on the Preston Lions Facebook page. As always, I'm Josh Parrish, delighted to have Hailee Mesiti returning to the Lions Den. Welcome back, Hailee.
Thank you. Pleasure as always.
So, 3-1 win on the weekend against Geelong Galaxy, but it was a fond farewell for one of the team's beloved players.
Yeah, look, it was very sad to see her go. It was actually a bit of a shock. We only found out literally sitting right here on Sunday Arvo. She told us before we went out. So we're a bit disappointed, but super excited for her. She's going to absolutely smash it there. But I'm sure we'll see her back here very soon.
So that's Mel Garcia taking up a professional opportunity in Iceland.
Iceland, yeah. I'm not particularly sure the name of the team, but yeah, somewhere in Iceland.
I wouldn't dare to pronounce it even if I knew.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely not.
Well, what kind of an impact has she made on the group this season? Because she hasn't just been playing, she's also been coaching, she's been coaching juniors, she's really immersed herself in the club in her short time here.
Yeah, look, she's quite a serious player when she needs to be. Definitely can have a laugh with her, but when she came, I was a bit nervous, to be honest. I didn't really know what to expect. I had seen her play at Heidelberg before in the NPL and heard things here and there, but when she came down, yeah, she definitely made an impact. We play in similar positions, so both of us, I guess, fighting for our spot where needed. But she knows exactly where to play the ball at the right time, the right places. She's got a great header on her, great finish. Then lucky for her in her last game with us, she scored a beautiful. It wasn't a header; it was just a normal cross.
She rounded the goalkeeper, scored from a ridiculous angle.
Yeah, great ball from Rachel as well. So, yeah, we're definitely going to miss her out there. But yeah, wish her all the best.
Yeah, 2 goals on her farewell. One of them was a tap-in. The second one, though, the cheer after that goal, I think might have been the biggest I've heard all season.
Yeah, we were super stoked for her. She's been a bit up and down. We expected things here and there. She'd miss them by an inch every game.
I think she's hit more crossbars and posts than anybody this season. She's been so unlucky not to score more.
Something like that. I mean, me too. Can't really say the same. Don't blame her. But yeah, absolutely an amazing player, an amazing chick. So we're definitely going to miss her.
Well, I'm sure she'll be welcomed back to Preston with open arms at some point down the line. But for the team, you got this title race that week by week, both teams just keep winning, keep winging. Preston and Burundara, you got that 3-point cushion on them after you won against them here at home. I don't know how many weeks ago that was now, but it's still neck and neck.
Yeah, it is a little bit tight. I think we're still 3 points ahead. Hopefully this weekend against Melbourne Uni, we get, a good goal difference and, get the win. But we're super stoked to be, leading into this last, leg of the season. And I think the girls are super prepared. Last night, Dan, did a few sprint sessions. I think he was trying to, get it in our head that we've still got, nothing to lose. So we need to keep fighting all the way to the end. So, yeah, I think everyone's getting prepared in the right way and, see how we go.
How's the season been for you personally? Because it's a very competitive squad. That's the big thing. Like, no one's assured of their place.
Yeah, look, obviously coming off an injury towards the last end of the season, it was a bit rough for the first half. Starting on the bench here and there. And I think for me, it was more of a confidence thing. Tearing all the ligaments in my right ankle was pretty tough physically, but also mentally as well. And it took a long time for me to get that confidence. And even still now, going into tackles, I kind of half-heart it, which Daniel's had to have a few conversations with me and try and roughen me up a bit. But I think in the last few games, I know Rach mentioned it to me that she can see that I'm, going in a bit harder because I think at the end of the day, I've got something to lose. And if I don't try, then I'm not on the ground. So yeah, for me, I've had a few good games in the last couple of games here and there, but it's more that finishing for me. I get in the right places at the right times. But yeah, I've been assisting, so I guess that helps.
I've seen you teed up a number of goals this year. You mentioned, how is the ankle feeling? Is it just like a little bit of a mental barrier with it at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. I think physically it's, I'd say 90% there. Here and there when you do those change of directions or turning quickly, you feel it, but definitely more of a mental thing. Daniel's considering, putting me into a psych thing where, trying to convince me that it's actually fine. But no.
Bit of hypnotherapy?
Yeah, something like that. Even Johnny says, like, it's, I see him, every second week for treatment. So he says, it's all in your head, just get out of it and get out there and do what you can. But yeah, physically, I think it's okay.
So In terms of the team's mentality with these games, you know you're going to have a lot of the ball. You know you're going to dominate against these teams. Just breaking them down is, I guess, the tough part of it. You know, how do you prepare going into matches where you know you're going to have 70% of the ball?
Yeah, I think we've been changing our formation each game. Like, we haven't had a set standard throughout the whole year, which I guess is, pretty standard across different games. Different teams play differently, so you've got to adjust to that. But obviously our back line and our midfield are super strong. And then again, we had, with Mal and Rach and KY in the front line, they're all very fast and very strong. And obviously I'm very fast as well, but I don't have the strength that they do, especially on the ball. I think off the ball I'm okay. But I think preparing, having 70% of the ball, if you want to say.
I don't have the stats to hand. That's I've just
we play quite well when we settle ourselves. We play quite easy and not, play it on the ground. Especially there was a few good little stints when doing the analysis on Monday night that we had. So yeah, as long as we stay calm and composed, I think that we can really break teams down.
And I'm on the cusp of promotion and going up to MPLW. I know the championship is the focus, but what do you think that leap's going to be like? Because you did mix it with an MPLW side, a very successful one in the cup, of course.
Are you talking about hard work?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
All right.
But look, no, I think the transition will be quite smooth for us. We've had a lot of girls within our squad that have already had that experience and been within the MPL program. So I think for us, and myself included, it will be quite smooth. The only difference would be that the expectations that Dan has, a lot different. But he's had those expectations from the start of this year, and he's already kind of drilled it into our brains that we are in MPL now. So I think we all know what we're getting ourselves into. I'm sure there'll be new girls coming in and out as we go, but at the end of the day, we know what the expectation is, and we've played Bulleen, Heidelberg, Calder, and we've had great games against them. I think when we played Calder, we only lost 1-0. I think that was some point last year. So we've put up a good fight, and I'm pretty confident that we will be quite successful.
Does it feel good coming to the end of this season, knowing that the season's actually going to be completed for once?
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, hopefully we get there.
Only a few games to go,
yeah,
so
I think,
knock on wood anyway.
Yeah. I think the last 2 games will be quite. I'm not going to say easy, but I think that will get Melbourne Uni and South Yarra. So I think that we can put those 2 in the bag, and then obviously with finals, everyone's a bit confused with the whole final situation, but I think it's been locked in now.
Enlighten me, because I had no idea there even were finals.
Yeah, so it's going to be first versus second, second versus fourth. Oh, yeah, so yeah, you know what I mean.
First,
second, third, fourth, and then change it around. Or something like that. Don't actually, I don't know, something like that.
There might be finals.
No, there definitely is finals.
Definitely
It's
finals.
the 21st and the 28th. So yeah, there's definitely finals there, but I don't actually know if it's like whoever wins that in general, that's who's going up, or if it's still the top 2 or top 4. I don't know. Daniel's going to be laughing at me. So
you just play the team in front of you.
Yeah, that's right.
Let other people
just here
sort
for
out
the good
tables.
vibes, guys. But no, I think if we're going to be really, really honest, where the most exciting thing is Saturday games, really.
Yeah.
So next year, no more Sunday night game or Sunday Arvo games. So hopefully we can do Fridays or Saturdays.
Yeah, prefer that one.
Yeah, that.
But not going to work sore on a Monday. Is that the
Oh yeah, I don't go out or anything. So I think that just the mental, being able to go to work not sore would be great. Yeah.
So, in terms of the the group that's come together this season, it's sort of a culmination of a couple of years' work, of course. But you've had a couple of new players come in that have made a big impact. How difficult is it to, I guess, you look at someone like Kiwa coming into a new environment, just gelling with people immediately. There seems to be something about the team culture that is very welcoming of new players.
Yeah. I think we've got a very interesting...
Maybe Kiwa's a bad example because she's just a gun and she's going to excel anyway, but
Yeah, look, I think we definitely have an interesting bunch of girls. Everyone's got a very specific personality, and, girls like Di and Taylor and Jules, who have been, around the club for a very long time, kind of just like, accepting who we can. I remember coming in for the first time, 3-4 years ago, whenever it was quite nerve-wracking coming to a club that was really a rival team for me. And then, new girls coming out here and there who I had played with from MPL areas. So that was, quite good. But I think at the end of the day, if we have a positive attitude and everyone, gets along well, then makes a whole lot of difference in the way that we play and the way that we train. But yeah, definitely.
I mean, just as I saw the outpouring and the tributes for Mel after her departure, it just struck home to me like how tight knit this group actually really is.
Well, you'd hope so. We see each other more than we see our own families, to be honest. But yeah, spending 90% of our weeks here, our days here, I think that we've just built such a great relationship, and we were just more shocked with Mel. I mean, it took me time to I had to go out and play on the pitch in 3 minutes after you just told us, and I was like, how is this possible? But they're a great group of girls, and it'll be sad to see some go if they do, but it'll be interesting to see who comes in.
So your personal goals for the rest of the season? Stick a few more in the back of the net? Is it to go in hard a few challenges? Clean up a few people?
Yeah, look, I just love to get one more, maybe just one or two more, if that's all right.
That's fine with me.
No, it's fine with you. But it's this year's. Yeah, it's been so hard. Considering last year when we when we got back into it with all the lockdowns, I had scored I think it was like 11 goals in 9 games or something like that. And yeah, this season it's been a little bit different. I think it's only been 2 or 3, so something like that. So a little bit disappointing, but. Yeah, if I can get 1 or 2 before the end of the season, that would be great. But otherwise, happy to assist and happy to stick by Rachel and KY and Miri and everyone else that's been scoring them. So, yeah.
Do you feel like that chemistry in the front line now with those players?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as soon as Rach came in, we had kind of, hit the ball running. Like we, really linked up quite well when she came in last season. And with Miri's just a classic. You just pass the ball, she scores from halfway. And then there's KY, she's just on the other side of the pitch. So I don't have much contact with her. But when she crosses those...
Neither does any of the defenders. So.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. So when she does cut it back or whatever, I'm sure someone's on the back of it.
I mean, Miri's goal a couple of weeks ago, I think we have to dig into that a little bit because we didn't have a women's player on last week. How far out was she? Was it 30 metres, 35?
Yeah, something like that.
That's the most ridiculous goal I've seen for a long time.
For her, it's just like a shrug of the shoulders. She's just so easy about it. But yeah, it's a classic for her. She's done a few of them throughout the season, so no surprises for us. Really.
No fluke. I mean, I remember the free kick away at Knights. She scored a long-range one against Southern United. Curler just scoring directly from the corner kick, as you say. It just seems to just explode off the boot. It's like it's nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
She has to share some of her secrets. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I don't know. She pretends that she can't understand us, but she definitely does.
Well, I think that's just so she can avoid the Lions Den interview all season.
Yeah, I've heard something like that.
Yeah, right. Maybe I'll have to pin her down for a chat at the end of the season.
For sure.
Maybe I need an intermediary translator.
For sure.
Maybe where you can get one of the men's players to help out. But, Hailee, thank you so much for jumping on the show. If people want to come down and see you play on the weekend, what time's the game? What time's
4 o'clock on Sunday.
4 o'clock, 2 p.m. for the Rezzies. Melbourne University is the opponent, and it's right here at Genesis Steel Stadium on the big pitch. So fingers crossed for you. I'm sure we're going to see one hit the back of the net this weekend.
Let's hope so, Josh.
I believe. All right, we'll go to a break. We've got reserves centre back Amelia Campagnaro joining us on the other side here in the Lions Den.
Genesis Steel offer full-service structural steel to leading industrial and residential builders across all metropolitan Melbourne and regional areas of Victoria. At Genesis Steel, we take pride in our product, service and reputation. With over 40 years industry experience, Genesis Steel manages all aspects of steel fabrication, from on-site measuring, in-house drafting, fabrication, through to full site installation. We work closely with our customers to deliver innovative solutions to facilitate projects of any size. For further information, please contact genissteel.com.au or contact the company on 03 9465 1287.
MS Designer Living specialise in architectural design and construction of new homes, unit developments, extensions, renovations and commercial buildings. They are located at 14 to 19 Enterprise Drive, Bundoora, and can be contacted on 03 9467 6954. MS Designer Living.
Electrical Connectivity Australia is a leader in the electrical industry and specialises in matters of a domestic, commercial and industrial nature. Please contact Igor Georgievsky for any of your electrical needs on 03 933 0433 or visit www.ecapl.com. You're listening to The Lion's Den on FNR Football Nation Radio.
Well, I promised that we had 3 championship contending teams, 3 representatives on the show tonight, 1 from each, and there's only one team that can sew it up this weekend. Amelia Campagnaro from the Women's Reserves. Welcome to the Lions Den.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
It's great to have you on because you're playing against your title rivals, Melbourne Uni, who have the second strongest reserves team in the competition. And it's all going down at 2 p.m. here at Jenna Steele Stadium on the weekend. They've got games in hand. Otherwise, this thing would be done. You've got pretty impressive goal difference as well, but a result against them wraps it up. And, I mean, what kind of achievement would that be for this group? What would it mean?
Yeah, it would be pretty exciting. They're obviously our biggest rivals in the competition. Last time we played them, it got pretty heated. There was quite a few cards thrown out and stuff, so it's definitely a big game for us. And winning the championship undefeated would definitely be a good way to finish off the season and head into NPL. Would be very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it did get heated, and I think the hallmark of that was keeping a cool head under pressure, particularly Shannon, I hear.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how Shannon handled it. She copped a whack to the face and just didn't react, didn't do anything, just walked away and kept playing. She was just a trooper. I don't know how I would have gone in that situation.
Just an iceberg. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm actually in awe of that.
Yeah, all the police training.
I think some of the men's players should listen to a few tips from her, see if they haven't actually gotten into any. I don't think the men's team has had a red card this year, which is pretty decent. So let's talk about this group. Where did you come to Preston? Where did you join along the line?
I came here last year. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you played much before that? Different clubs?
Yeah, I'm from Bendigo originally, so I did all my grassroots football down there, just with a few local clubs, and then started playing in some like the Bendigo representatives teams and the Vic Country teams. Cool. And then I played 2 seasons at Calder in the under-19s in 2018, 2019, and then 2020 was nothing really for soccer, and then came here 2021. So yeah.
So Calder United, that's pretty serious program. Did you have much, contact with the senior teams in that time? Or?
Yeah, we had a fair bit. Like, not every session, but most training sessions we'd be together. At least once a week, our whole training session would just be a game against the seniors. So there's definitely a lot of good experiences there, and there's a lot of good girls there who definitely learn a lot off.
I mean, you would have had your hands full playing against that seniors front line.
Yeah, definitely. Like Alex Sinclair, a few of the other girls.
Zimmerman there that year?
Yeah, yep, Zimmerman was there. But yeah, they used to laugh at me and the other centre back. We'd just be on them the whole time, and yeah, it was a good experience though.
I bet. I mean, and Angie Beard as well.
Yeah,
that was the 3-headed dragon that scored nearly 100 goals that season between them.
Probably more. I would think so, but yeah.
So we've got one player playing in Europe, one player at Melbourne Victory, one player about to join the new Western United A-League women's side. So some serious pedigree coming up against. What did you learn playing as a defender in those situations?
I learned a lot, I guess. Playing against them, it was a lot of just staying on your player because they're so fast. Like, as soon as they get away from you, you can't catch them. So I guess that was...
Can't let them turn, can't
get
exactly.
Away. Just being like a ride on their back. And like, I think when we play against the seniors and stuff here, like I still do that, and I can see some of them getting a bit frustrated sometimes, like just sticking really close. And yeah, I guess that's the main thing I probably learnt from there. And then also just their work ethic. Like, they're at training all the time, working their asses off. So yeah. It's a good environment.
A few tactical fouls if you need to.
Yeah, definitely. A few shirt pulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure it looks like an accident.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
How would you describe yourself as a player and what you bring on the pitch?
I guess I'm not a particularly quick player or anything like that, but I like just getting the ball and sort of slowing things down. And I like sending the ball out long. I'm pretty good at like clearing the ball down to the wingers and stuff. But yeah, just like taking things slowly and playing the ball around.
You got the height advantage as well as a central defender. Always helps.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not very good at using my head though. Some of the girls say my forehead is a bit misshapen because it just never seems to go the right way when I head the ball. But something I can
probably
definitely
the least
work on.
misshapen because it doesn't hit it there.
Yeah,
often
probably.
enough. Okay.
But yeah.
And so this team, I mean, just seems to have this like incredible team spirit in the Rezzies. You always seem to be having a good time, and of course the winning helps. But how does that happen? You know, how does that culture develop?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess everyone just gets around each other a lot. Like there's a bit of a mix of age groups. I think our youngest is 15 or 16, and then a couple of girls are 22, 23. So I don't know. Everyone just gets around each other. There's a lot of like experience and inexperience in the team, and just coming together. And I don't really know. It's just good vibes.
What's Saki's like as a coach to work with?
He's good. He's very very understanding. He's very relaxed. But he knows how to switch on when he needs to. But he's just very approachable and he's able to calm things down and all of that sort of stuff. So he's really good. Yeah.
Do you play against the seniors much in training?
We do a little bit at training, not all the time, but every now and then when we play against them, it's usually like mixed up. Like we won't always play necessarily seniors and reserves. It's sort of a bit of a mix. But yeah, it's really good when we get to train together. The intensity is definitely a lot higher and get to learn a lot more. So yeah.
What have you learned from, I guess playing alongside some of those seniors defenders?
Yeah, I don't know, like all of their forwards play a bit different. Like marking Hailee's pretty hard because she's very quick. And then Rachel and Mel are both very physical. So I guess it's sort of just trying to adjust to their different players. But yeah, it's a really good experience whenever we get to play against them. We get to learn a lot, so yeah.
So coming up against Melbourne University on Sunday, what do they bring aside from, a bit of biff as we saw last time?
They've got a couple of good quality players. It'll be interesting to see this week because in the seniors, they're not really playing for a lot anymore. So it'll be interesting to see if they drop a couple of seniors, which might make it a bit like more of a challenging game if it's not already. But yeah, they're quite good at just playing the ball around and they're quick off the mark. Like I remember last time we played them, it was their home ground and their home ground's very small. And straight away, like obviously they know they can shoot from halfway and they got a goal in back of the net straight away. So it's just about being ready when we go out from the start, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how did you overcome that challenge last time? Because you got a good result in that game.
Yeah, I guess we weren't quite switched on at the start and then they got that goal straight in and we were all just like, guys, this is a serious game. Like we need to switch on because the couple of games before weren't as intense as that one. So it's sort of hard with the league, like you play a game and you win 10-0 and then you go and play Melbourne Uni and they score in 2 minutes. So it's sort of just adjusting to that. But once we did adjust, we definitely played really well. So
it's like Bayern Munich trying to play in the Champions League after, walking the league all season. It's, you have to get yourself into that mode of, competition. Who's the leader on the pitch who, lays down the law and says, come on guys, wake up?
I guess everyone does a little bit of it. Like our sort of leadership team, I guess, is like Kayla, Min, Jules, and they're pretty good. The senior girls, like when we have like Jules in the front line, she definitely talks a lot. And then Zam at the back, when she does open her mouth, she's good. But yeah, it sort of comes from everyone, I think.
Yeah, Zam has had, a breakout year.
Yeah, definitely.
That game for the seniors, her debut is amazing.
Yeah,
how has she come along, watching her close
She's
up
good. She's very quiet, but once she does open her mouth, she's really good. She's had a fantastic season this year. I was looking on the ladder just before we came, and I think she's only had 2 or 3 goals past her for the season. That's not many at all. But yeah, and then obviously that penalty save in the seniors was pretty cool. So, but yeah, she's doing really well. Definitely putting in a lot of hard work.
Well, wouldn't have known she was quiet from her Lions Den appearance.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think she's only 15 or something like that. So it's pretty amazing.
And how does it feel to, play for Preston and represent this club in particular?
It's pretty cool. Like there's a lot of club like spirit and all of that sort of stuff. I haven't really been at a club that's been so like involved, like all the team dinners and all of that sort of stuff is really great. And I'm good friends with that Kayla and her dad, and it's good to have that connection, and they definitely support me a lot. But yeah, it's really good, and like the girls all get around each other, the coaching staff and everything, we're all really close. So yeah, it's just nice. It's a good family, I guess. Yeah.
Have you stuck around for a few of the Wednesday night feeds?
Yeah, a couple of them. Yeah.
Have you rated the cuisine so far? We've been rattling through the traditional Macedonian dishes recently, I noticed.
Not too bad. I haven't been here for the last 2 weeks. So I only got really the kebapi, the first Macedonian one. But yeah, it's pretty good usually.
Well, you know it, Wednesday night feeds, if you haven't seen it on the socials, always on for not only for the players, but also for the supporters as well. You can come down and have a natter to a few of our seniors players and our coaches and get yourself a great feed on a Wednesday night and support the club in the process. But most importantly, this game on the weekend against Melbourne Uni, reserves at 2 p.m, seniors at 4 p.m, championships on the line. Make sure you get down to Jenna Steele Stadium on Sunday. And tomorrow night, the senior men playing away from home. The game has been moved to Dandenong City, Frank Holohan Soccer Complex. Make sure you get down there. And keep an eye on the socials over the next few weeks as well, because, you know, as we get into the back end of this season, we're going to be celebrating some of the achievements this season and also looking ahead to the future. There's going to be some exciting announcements coming out about strategic things on and off the field. The Brains Trust at the club is coming together on Tuesday night for a big session, and there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. So keep an eye out over the next weeks and months for big announcements that affect on and off the pitch for the club. It's a really exciting time to be a Preston supporter. And Amelia, thank you so much for coming down and giving us some of your time tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Best of luck on the weekend against Melbourne Uni. It's a big game. So we expect to see everybody down at the games this weekend supporting with your full voice behind the team, because we need you at this point of the season more than ever. Thank you for tuning in on the Lions Den tonight. It's been our pleasure to bring it to you here. If you missed any of tonight's show, our chats with Hailee Mesiti and Jonatan Germano, you can catch them on the FNR podcast platforms in a few hours. But from us, it is goodbye for now and good night.
Preston, near post City. It's in. And again, Warren Spink has a hand in it. Andrew Zinni scores the goal. Not only are the fans winning on the terraces, the team are winning on the pitch. 2 goals in 2 minutes. 2-1 up, Preston Macedonia, and we've got an invasion on.
Crossfield ball for Taneski to try the spectacular. It's brilliant. Is it over the line? Yes. What's a goal from Alex Taneski?